Hey Libras, welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your Love Tarot reading for February 2020. I've already pulled out some cards here. We're just going to jump right into this because I feel we've got some intense messages. And a lot of the love readings, I would say most of them this month, have been pretty intense, not as lighthearted, romantic, lovey-dovey as we would like them to be in Pisces season, but we also have Mercury retrograding in Pisces and then into Aquarius, fellow air sign. It's going to be a weird time because Mercury in Pisces is already weird. So if you haven't been watching the dailies, then maybe you're not aware of this, but I've been mentioning it and it's definitely been coming up in the dailies and in the way I speak as we get into this Mercury shadow period and love starts to get a little bit confusing. So let's get into this. We're using the Aquarian Tarot here and we're going to, I don't know other deck we're going to be using quite yet. I haven't really decided actually, so I'm waiting for one to kind of call out to me. But we're going to go over the cards that I already have out because I already pulled a few just to see where you guys are at in terms of your emotions with love and romance, in terms of your relationships or partnerships or, your desire for them or how, again, that whole process has been going if you're single. And also in terms of what your goals and focuses are in terms of love and romance moving forward. And as you can tell, Mercury retrograde or even the shadow period always makes me speak a little funny. And if you've been watching me for a while, you'll have known that. And if you're new, do make sure to subscribe, make sure to share it if you enjoyed it, and check out your general monthly. Those are up for all the signs. So let's get into this here. Libra, your energy right now, your emotional energy, where you're at in terms of your emotional self and emotional body is Seven of Cups. And this is kind of, as we leave January and as we enter February here. So Seven of Cups is a card of a lot of confusion. There's a lot of active imagination going on. What do we want? Where are we going? We might be imagining different situations in terms of love and romance and where they might take us. We could be, if you're single, looking at a lot of different people right now or trying to decide, what kind of partnership, what type of person, what type of relationship really fits where you're at and what you want for the future right now. And you guys are kind of known to be indecisive, so we're going to talk about some of the other things that I picked up while I was meditating and pulling these cards out because we got some messages for you this month, Libra, and I love you guys. So do make sure to watch your sun, your moon, your rising, and for love, definitely watch your Venus sign. They might resonate better and have messages that are also helpful because I feel that this one's going to be an intense one, so let's buckle up. Seven of Cups here again is where you're at, and then we get another seven for where your relationships have been. And I know you guys, I felt the sharp intake of breath there when you see the Seven of Swords. There's sneakiness. Now don't jump the gun and say someone's cheating, something's going on. It could be that you're hiding something and that we're having some hidden feelings. And maybe if you're in a relationship, your emotions and your feelings for your partner, whoever you're with, and whatever you want for the future now for relationships might be changing, and you might be holding on to something and you just don't really know what to do right now. I feel that there's a lot of confusion again with Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. Some of you could be hiding your confusion and how you feel about a relationship. You might feel like the one you're in isn't really helping you. It might actually be hindering you. It might be holding you back, or for some reason you feel held back and confined in the relationship that you're in. I don't know. So Seven of Swords could be again that we're starting to seek out, well, if this doesn't feel right anymore, why? And if I don't seem to match up with the people or, the partner that I'm with or the people that I've been trying to date, why is that? Why is it not fitting together? There's something off here, and there's definitely something that needs to be looked at, considered, and really paid attention to. If you do have an active imagination at this time in terms of love and you're imagining all these wonderful scenarios and this, that, the other thing, why are we dipping so much into fantasies? Not just because as we go from Aquarius into Pisces, that's just kind of the vibe, but if you're really stuck in some of these places and you're really delving into that place of, fantasy and romanticism, why is that? What is lacking in your current life, in your physical world, in the world around you, in your actual relationships that is making you want more or seek out more emotional depth, it feels like. And your goals as we enter into February for love and romance are Hierophant reversed. So to me, this talks about unconventionality. You don't really want to be tied down right now, I think. I think some of you are seeing, wow, the whole world is open to me, and I'm not really sure if if I need the security blanket anymore. I feel a lot of you might see relationships, or are starting to see relationships this month as a security blanket. Maybe we dive into them so often and get, distracted by love. And again, being ruled by Venus, love is going to be important. Romance is going to be important, but also that love and romance with yourself and what really fills your cup in those ways, what really nurtures you in a way that is more than just material. So yes, we're going to talk about the lover security situation here because we have to. It's been coming up for it's been coming up for a while, and I know you guys might not want to hear it again. I might get some comments that yell at me about it, but it's what's coming up, and I can't make up the cards that I pull. I can't make up what's coming through. And again, I don't know you personally, so if it's coming through again and again, there's clearly a vein going on with Libras here that is, again, lover security. And because you guys are, no offense, known to be the sign that has a really hard time making decisions, has a really hard time going one way or the other, and that's okay. You like to balance things, you like to weigh them out, make sure we're making the right decision, but it feels difficult at this point. And I could laugh about it and be like, you guys can't make a decision again in terms of lover security, but it doesn't feel very funny to you. It feels like it asks you to let go of something that is very secure for yourself, or again, the security blanket that is a relationship, or just the thought and action of trying to get into relationships, flirting, all that other stuff. There's a security blanket there that makes you feel safe. But when you go underneath it, is there really love, affection, long-term stuff there? Maybe, but it doesn't feel like it fits the bill anymore. It doesn't look like you're trying to find that secure place. It doesn't look like you're trying to get tied down, married, anything like that right now. There's not a lot of, traditionality to what you want now. And that's okay. That is fine. All right. But let's get into a new deck here. What deck do we want to use? I want to use the Muka deck. Okay, we're going to use the Tarot Muka deck here to reach a little bit far to get it. But here we go. Let's look at your themes in terms of love and romance this month. Wow. I can't make this up, man. This is your energy. I tapped into it and immediately picked up on stuff. Immediately was picking up on certain vibes here. And I knew that card was coming out eventually. I just knew it. I knew this was going to be your card this month. Sometimes as a reader, you just know it before you pull it. And this is one of those moments. So, again, let's continue to look at the theme and what was happening this month in terms of love. The theme in terms of love and romance this month. Wow. Okay. Here we go. You have your third 7 out already. So we have 3 7s out. 7s in the tarot are this point where we really do have to evaluate what's going on, pay deeper attention, really look over things. 7 of Pentacles is that point. Again, there's dissatisfaction, not unsatisfaction, within all the 7s that has you looking for more, that has you seeking out what's really going on here, what's really tying me up, what is really the issue. And maybe, again, a lot of you have been holding back the fact that you've had dissatisfaction. The root of it is that the theme here is, see, I can't English very well again. Cannot wait till after March 10th. But 7 of Pentacles is dissatisfaction. Am I ready to move on from this? Is this ever going to pay the bills? Is this ever going to be worth it? It's starting to feel like we've been at this for a long time. It's getting stagnant. It's getting stuck. Things are not changing. They're not growing. What do I do now? Do I let it go? Do I move on to something else? Or do I keep waiting for this to get better? And yeah, I feel like that moment there, that line really just slapped you, didn't it? Are you going to wait for this to get better, or are you going to do something about it? Especially when there's just 3 7s here. I can't ignore that. If you've been seeing the number 777, pay attention to that as well. For me, this feels like a big warning. I'm getting a kind of warning here, and I've been getting warnings. It was in Virgo's reading. It was in Aquarius's reading. I can't remember. I think there was another sign that there was a bit of a warning here. Maybe it was Leo for exes, but they're going to be aware of that. You guys, I think, are keenly aware of what the problem is. And again, you know that it's a situation of love and security. Are you going to make the universe choose for you? We'll see. Anyways, the Emperor, not the Emperor, what do I want to call it? I almost called it the Hierophant. Again, we already have the Hierophant reverse. The Magician reverse. um, is here. And again, that's my snake oil salesman. That's somebody that we cannot trust, that we know is, you know, again, showing us one thing with their hands, but behind the back, they're doing a whole different thing, and you don't know what that is. So to me, this month, you're going to have to look very keenly at a situation. You might also be dealing, I mean, we're going to look at this, but there could be some other outside influences within the relationship when you get the Queen of Wands and Five of Swords. This is going to feel like a backstabbing. Somebody has hurt you. Somebody is taking from you. I think that's, if you look at a situation for what it is, it's going to show you its true colors. And maybe that's why we've been running away from this decision for so long. We know that we have a decision to make, and you guys have known it for a while. It has been coming up again and again. I know we've seen the Seven of Swords before in like all of your readings. It's been in the love readings for a while. So I know that this, for whoever this is resonating with, it's a continuing situation. And I mean, Venus ruled signs aren't really known to move fast. Nobody talks about that with you. That's why you have a hard time making decisions. Just like Taurus, we need to weigh out where our position is in it. What's going to feed us in this? Are we taking away from us? Are we giving to us? What is really going to happen when we confront this and make an actual decision? Tauruses also don't make decisions that well, or if they do, they're quite, they take a little bit of time. It's not like they're known for being like bam, bam, bam. Again, it's Venus rule. We're going to take our time and see what is going to fit us best, make us happiest, feed our world, give us the right abundance. But I just feel, yeah, there's something going on here, and I'm going to see how this plays out because stuff is happening. Something is afoot. Something stinks in the state of Denmark, and I know that I just said that. I believe it must have been Virgo's reading because that was the last one I did yesterday. And I only have you, Scorpio, and Sag left. So let's see. Do check out the love reading for whoever you're cross-watching for. It might give you a better understanding of, you know, both sides of the situation. And if you want to book a private reading, guys, all my information on booking a reading with me is always right below this video in my description box, okay? So let's check this out. And what's happening this month? What is happening this month in terms of love and romance for Libras? Major events, things going on that they need to know about that will be happening, occurring. I knew she was coming out. You peeked it, and I saw, okay. Libra. Libra, 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 Libra. This is like, I feel a lot of you have been holding on to something really, something that pains you. As I say, holding on to something, this is literally what comes out here. Ten of Wands. Holding on to too much. To the point where you are burdening yourself. There's oppressive energy. Extra weight. Weighing you down, and it's like no matter how much you try to run from it, if you refuse to see the light, Uranus is going to come and take it from you. Know that. I can't get away from that guy. And we can't get away from you either, can we? Okay, and what does that mean for you guys? What does that mean? The relationship this month. I knew you would be there. I absolutely knew it. Some of you really need to evaluate what your life might, especially if you're in a relationship, what life without one might be for you. Because it looks a lot more stable, honestly, once something ends. All right, let's stop pulling cards for a second because you have a lot of cards on the table and we have so much to get through. I feel it. I knew this one is going to be a long one. I almost put yours off to the end because I knew it was going to be somehow more than the rest of the signs that I have left to do here. Queen of Cups reversed. Four of Cups reversed. Somebody here, and this feels like this is the more outside, or I don't know, it's inside you actually, and yet it's also outside you. There's emotional manipulation and selfishness. Somebody is manipulating your emotions and really draining you. A situation, somebody that you just can't, it just feels like no matter what you do, you can't seem to get on the same page as them. You can't seem to get along with them, whether you're dating this person or, you know, you're in a relationship, like long-term marriage, whatever. There's just like, we can't connect emotionally right now. We can't communicate, and I'm not receiving any apologies for your behavior. You're being manipulative and terrible, and you're hurting me, and I don't really know what to do about it. Don't worry, we're going to get there. There's a lot to go over here. I might start doing extended readings if your readings end up being like this, because, like, especially this month, like, love readings were supposed to be 10 minutes long each, just so you know. Look at all the lengths of the videos. You're doing this to you. You're doing this to you. Oh my gosh. Why are you doing this to yourself? I'm like sitting here like somebody else is doing this. You're doing this to you. I want to be honest and just say, guys, I know you might want to blame the other person, but whatever happens this month, it's because you forced the universe to do this to you. You forced yourself into this corner. You can't make a decision, or you refuse to make a decision. So you end up carrying this into a point. You're like, no, I'd rather just, you know, leave my boundaries where they are. I'm just going to sit here and wait. I realize that I'm carrying all this. Yeah, okay, maybe I do see that. Maybe I see that. It's fine. Whatever. I'm going to carry this oppressive burden. I'm not going to put it down right now because, why? Because why? Here, I'm trying to, like, pick these up here. There's a clouded perception, gosh, self-delusion in this situation. And I think that you guys, again, your sign is, your major arcana is the Justice card. You're able to see both sides of the situation very clearly. So that's how I know you're self-deluding here. Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Look at how they both have their eyes closed. And yet your sign right here, Queen of Swords, which is what I was looking at. I was like, who is this? Who's bringing this energy at you? It's you. It's you. Nines are all about you, first of all. You have to know that as well. And we have 3 nines here, two Nine of Rods. So not only are you blocking out the ability for anybody to help you right now, for anybody to even see what's going on, for even yourself to really actively analyze what's happening here, what has happened. It's like, no, I'm just going to put my walls up and I'm not going to do anything. No, I'm just going to sit right here. And we're not going to do anything. We're not doing anything about this. It's fine. Whatever. I'm just going to wait. And it'll get better, right? But there's obstacles. And you're very distressed over this. And you know that somehow this is talking about your stability and your security. And your security in yourself. And you think, in a lot of ways, I think whatever you're holding on to, whoever you're holding on to, must either look very physically good or be able to offer you something material-wise that's really nice. And that's the only thing that you keep your eyes open for. I don't want to say like you guys are being greedy and stuff like that, but there's a sense of security here, whether it's material or not. Whether it's, you know, this person offers me something in terms of career, money, success, looks, I don't know what it is. It's something that feels very newsy and very material, very base. And that's what we open our eyes for. You know the decision that you have to make here, and yet you don't want to. You might, again, have been crying a lot. There could have been a lot of fights here. A lot of oppressive energy that feels like too much in general. And then out of nowhere, let me pull from this deck. We have so many of this card out. We do have some big moments here, and I do think that you need to realize that your lack of ability to make a decision takes the whole thing out of your hands. So if you wait long enough, yeah, the universe is going to take this from you. Ooh. The universe will take this from you and leave you here So you have to make a decision. If you let the universe make this decision for you, it's going to hurt. The King of Swords reversed does not make pleasant decisions, it feels very vindictive, whether that's you making that, again, I don't think it's you, it's the universe here taking the energy out of you. It's slammed right there. It's like slammed. That book is going to be shut now. You wanted something to happen, but you weren't going to do something yourself. Okay, fine. Here we go. So, will you make this choice, or will you let the universe choose for you? Because again, if you let them choose for you, Emperor reversed here, it's going to suck. This person is going to... when I get the Emperor reversed, like, this is somebody who's very manipulative and controlling. They need control in a situation. They need to be number one. They need to be it's a very intense and very... I need power type of masculine energy. I mean, this person in a situation does not have to be masculine, but it is just this unreasonable, short-sighted, negative, demanding, commanding energy. And this is all of a sudden, it's like, bam, wow, all of a sudden you see that this person is this way. Oh my God. And you're going to look around and notice that you're stuck actually in a box. And you knew you were in a box. You knew you were surrounded by all these wands. You knew that you had weighed yourself down to this point. So let's not pretend it's a surprise. But it's time to make the decision yourself before you see something, before you hear something, before you see that thing that shows you that this person has betrayed you, hurt you, has no self-control. And when they do, what they do have is the need to control everything around them. And when they lose that, it becomes bad. And they say things, do things that are very hurtful, that blow up our world. So the moon is here, and so is the Nine of Pentacles. And I do think that the mysterious part of this is that deep down inside, I think you know that you're better off without this energy, without this person. So whether you're in a relationship with them, in a situationship type thing, flirtationship, I don't know, friends with benefits ship, whatever it is with this person, they're going to show you their true colors this season. And I don't know what it is about this season. I don't know what it is, but it's like everybody that has been awful, everybody that has acted, again, for their own power and has abused, manipulated, hurt the other party in terms of love relationships, it's being outed this month. And you might need to take some time for yourself to really evaluate and analyze what's going on here. It might have something to do with a Virgo just because that card is right there. It might have something to do with a air sign. It might have something to do with an Aries or a fire sign. But what's happening here is something is disintegrating. It's something, again, something is really, something that that has left you this way. Something has left you in a destitute, alone position where you now can't ask for help. You might feel, again, a lack of power in this relationship. You might have realized this person has made you feel powerless. This relationship has taken your power and has left you where? In this place where you don't feel you can fend for yourself, where you don't feel you can reach out and ask for help. Get in where everybody else is. Get to where you actually want to go. So if you're living your life to please others, and Libras, I find that of all signs, you guys get stuck in the relationships where you're doing everything for this other person, and you change your life, what you want, what you're doing, where you're going. That's something, again, because you like to please people, and the people that you love, you want to be happy, you want to support them. But in this situation, you have to really seek what's best for you. And I don't think it's the cup that you have. It's time to start looking elsewhere. It's time to start really looking at things. It's time to start looking into your heart and soul and saying, what would actually make me happy? When I look at my dream life, my dream partner, the way I want them to treat me, the way I want them to make me feel, the life I'll be living, the way it looks, all of it. What is best for me? It's time to start exploring our options. Okay. Ooh. What is happening? The Fool. came out of the middle here. It's time to start new adventures, and even if you don't know where they're going to take you, there has been an ending, and you have to move past that, okay? 10 of Swords and the Fool. This is literally a very painful ending, and I don't know what it is that is about February that is bringing out these bad people out of the woodwork, that is bringing up betrayal situations, but it has been all over everyone's reading. It's not just you guys. But I know that this situation has been playing out for a while with you guys, and it's time to make a decision before the universe does, okay? So start your own journey like the Fool. Look at how freed she is. She's free. Free yourself this month. It's time to open your eyes. It's time to choose love or security. True love, true security, and why do you need to look into a relationship for security rather than yourself? Ooh, these are some slapper messages, and I don't know where they're coming from. Your higher selves, universal spirit, whatever it is, coming through with some hot takes here. They might look the look, walk the walk, talk the talk, and buy you all the fancy things that you like and all the nice food, but something very key, something very vital is missing here, and it will not be ignored anymore. You will find out what's really wrong. Oof. This card comes out here. Aspiration. Aspiration stimulates power. It is your aim spiritually and physically in the world. It involves the totality of your being. Without the balance between the physical and the spiritual, aspiration is a hollow accomplishment. Wow, this is too much. This is too perfect. It is like a spirit lodge at the dome of which are your ceremonies and rituals. But the spirit lodge must have a strong foundation of capability, trust of those around you, and responsibility. Aspiration is what builds the spirit lodge of power. It is the architect of your accomplishments and sits at the seat of power as the deer stands before the remnants of an ancient and powerful civilization. Keep your heart open, kind, and loving, so that the energy of the universe can move freely through you. It is difficult to aspire without judgment, but judgment limits you and puts a fence around your consciousness. Give much consideration to all your choices in life and a free flow to your process of aspiration. And I know that message was important. I felt that one for you guys. So anytime you start to feel lost, frustrated, or in this position about this month, or this position, or when this happens, go back and listen to that part of the message, okay? I think it's really important. Let's pull a couple of love, romance, angel cards, although I don't really even know if we want to at this point. I feel like they're going to be just rude, as they often are. Libra, messages for Libras, for their love and relationships. You deserve love. You are lovable. You have to remember that. Some part of your being does not know that, does not believe that. And you have to remember that you deserve the love that you believe you deserve. You deserve the love that you dream about. You deserve that like whatever it is that you're searching for, whatever it is that you're longing for, you deserve that. Do not forget that. Don't bend to other people's wills. Do not settle. Don't settle. Oh my gosh. One at a time. Libra, what's happening this month in terms of love that we need to know about? Messages from the romance angels of guidance. And, oh my God, please, guys. Can we please? And I knew you were going to be the one that pops out after all this messiness. It was like so messy, but none of them popping up right. And then as soon as I slow it down, this comes out. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And I think you know that you need some time apart here from whoever this is, whatever this is. There is definitely a separation this month of some type. There's just way too much indicating there. So again, Libra, will you make this decision, or will you let the universe do it to you? It's not going to feel as good if the universe does it. I'll tell you right now. All right, Libras, I love you guys so much. Don't hate me. I don't pick these cards. I wish I could just lie to you and give you a beautiful message, but again, I'm a reader that focuses on your highest and most fulfilling path forward, so messages are going to be tougher, because if you want to live a fulfilling life, if you want to have the most fulfilling relationships, the ones that are filled with true love and true compassion and true equality, then yeah, that's why these messages are going to be tough, because they ask you to step up to the plate and go for it and do what you need to do to get there. Do what's best for you. because you are lovable and you do deserve the love that you desire. All right, Libras. Oh my gosh, longest love reading yet. I love you guys. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to share the video if you enjoyed it. Check out your monthly. Check out your yearlies for 2020. If you want to book a private reading, all the info is below in the description box. See you over on Instagram and see you in the dailies, guys. Have a wonderful and blessed month of February. Namaste.